everyone, it's Marina Gonzalez and I'm happy to be doing this video. And what this is a brand new makeup tutorial that I'm going to be doing. And what this makeup tutorial is, it's going to be this brand new casual makeup look that I just recently came up with. It's a new sort of look that I like to wear on my casual days. It's not too much makeup, but it's just enough makeup for you to wear on super casual days, because the only time where you want to wear a lot of makeup is probably for like fancy or formal occasions. So that's why I wanted to show you, because I think this is a very pretty look for a lot of you girls out there that you could wear on casual days. And also, you don't need to worry about like any of the products that I'm going to be using, because I will leave a list of all the products that I'll be using throughout this whole video in the description box, just so that you know everything that I've used. So that's probably all you need to know, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to be applying is this Up and Up Illuminating Daily Moisturizer. So I'm just going to dab a little bit onto my fingers, rub it in, and I'm going to rub it in all over my face. This is just going to help hydrate my face and to help reduce any oils before putting on any makeup. Next, I'm going to apply my Maybelline New York Drain Fresh BB Cream Foundation. So I'm just going to dab a little bit onto my finger, and then I'm going to make some spots all over my face just to make sure when I blend this in that I get the foundation blended in everywhere on my face without missing any other places. Then I'm going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend in the foundation on everywhere that I placed it. And I'm also making sure that it's blended in under my jawline to make sure I don't have any weird lines sticking out, so I don't miss any spots. Now I'm going to apply my Maybelline New York Master Conceal by Facestudio, and this is concealer that I'm going to put on under my eyes. So I'm just going to dab a little bit onto my finger. And then I'm going to create like these little streaks under my eyes, because I'm going to take a brush to blend in the concealer to make sure it covers up my dark circles. I'm going to take my e.l.f. foundation blending brush and I'm going to use it to help blend in the concealer. So as you see, I'm just taking the brush and I'm blending in the concealer to make sure that it helps cover up my dark circles, and it is pretty bright, so it'll help hide it. And I'm also spreading it out onto my nose to make sure that it's evened out. Now it's time for some bronzer. I'm going to use my new e.l.f. Warm Bronzer Palette, and I'm going to be applying a combination of all 4 of these shades. And I'm also going to be using this fluffy brush to help apply the bronzer shades. So I'm just taking the palette, and I'm taking the brush, and as you see, I'm dipping it into all 4 shades of the bronzer just to mix it all together. And I'm going to apply it on the apples and hollows of my cheeks. And I'm going to apply a little bit around my forehead. And I'm going to apply some on my jawline as well, just to give my face like a little more definition. I also do apologize if you can't really see the bronzer. I did my best to try to show you or to get it to pop up on camera, so I apologize if you can't very well see it. And I'm also going to be taking this like bronzer shade that I'm pointing at, this like sort of medium shade, and I'm going to be applying a little bit onto my nose. So I'm just taking that brush, getting enough bronzer, and I'm just dabbing a little bit onto both sides of my nose just to kind of add a little more detail or definition to my face. Now it's time for powder. I'm going to use my Neutrogena Healthy Skin Pressed Powder, and I'm going to be applying the powder all over my face. And I'm going to use my Maange 538 Kabuki brush to apply the powder. So I'm just taking the brush, dipping into the powder, and I'm applying it all over my face to make sure that the bronzer, concealer, and foundation are all blended in together with the powder. Once that's done, it's now time for the eyes. I'm going to use my NYX Professional Makeup Eye Primer, and I'm going to apply this before putting on any eyeshadow. So I'm just going to take a brush, get enough primer, and I'm going to be applying it all over both my eyelids, including my brow bone. And I'm going to add a little bit of the primer on both my bottom eyelids because I'm going to be applying eyeshadow there, and I want to make sure that the eyeshadow, it lasts all day. Time for some eyeshadow. I'm going to use my The Color Workshop eyeshadow palette. And I'm going to be applying this sort of like light pink shade, and this is going to be the lightest shade to go on first, and it's going to go on my brow bones. I'm also going to use this little flat brush to apply the shadow. So I'm just taking the brush, getting enough shadow that I want. And I'm going to be applying it on both my brow bones. When you apply eyeshadow, the lightest shade always goes on the brow bone. And I also do apologize if you can't very well see it, because this is a light shade and lighter shades can be sometimes hard to see. After applying that shade, I'm going to be applying this sort of bright pink eyeshadow shade, and it's going to be going on both my eyelids. And I'm going to use that same brush to apply the shadow. So I'm just getting enough shadow that I want. And I'm going to apply it on both my eyelids. So as you see as I'm applying it, it pops up as a pretty bright medium shade. The medium shades always go all over the eyelids before putting on any darker shades. Now I'm going to be applying this sort of really dark gray shade, and this is going to be going into my crease and outer edges of my eyes. And I'm going to be using the smaller brush because I'm going to be forming the shadow into a wing. Once I get enough shadow that I want, I'm going to be applying the shadow into like the crease of my eyes right there, as you see as I'm applying it. And then I'm going to be using the brush to form a nice wing. I always like wearing eyeshadow in a wing because I think it looks cool that way. And once I form the wing, I'm filling it in and I'm applying the shadow onto the outer edges. And I'm going to apply the shadow on my bottom eyelids to make sure that the shadow is well aligned with the wing. Once one side is done, I'm going to do the same thing to the other. Apply the shadow into the crease. Form it into the nice wing. Fill in the wing and apply the shadow onto the outer edge. Then apply the shadow onto the bottom eyelid to align it with the wing. Now I'm going to take my e.l.f. blending eye brush and I'm going to use it to blend in all the eyeshadow shades together. So I'm just going to take the brush and I'm going to use it to blend in all the eyeshadow together. You always want to blend in your shades or else it's going to look a little weird if the shades are all separated out together. That's why you always need to blend it. Now I'm going to be applying my Maybelline New York Great Lash Mascara. So I'm just going to take the mascara and apply this all over both my top and bottom lashes. So once I get enough of it, as you see, I'm going to apply it all over both my top lashes. Then I'm going to add a little bit to my bottom lashes. I also do apologize if you can't really see my lashes. I did my best to try to show you exactly how I'm applying it to my lashes, and my lashes are not super long to see, so I do apologize for that. Now that we're done with the eyes, it's now time for the cheeks. I'm going to use the Color Workshop blush palette. And I'm going to be applying this sort of like bright kind of pinkish shade, and it's going to be going all over both my cheeks. And I'm going to use the same brush to apply the blush. So I'm just taking the palette and I'm taking the brush, getting enough blush that I want. And I'm going to apply it all over both my cheeks. And as you see as I'm applying it, it sort of pops up into a sort of bright, sort of kind of dark shade a little bit. Now it's time for the lips. I'm going to be applying my Makeup Geek lip stain, and it's in this sort of nude kind of shade. So I'm just going to take the stain and I'm going to be applying it all over my lips. This is the kind of shade that I wear when I'm doing a sort of dark eye, dark cheek look, because when you wear that kind of look, you always want to go with a light lip. So as you see I'm applying it, it turns into this sort of light nude shade. Lastly, I'm going to use my Lipsmacker liquid lip gloss and I'm going to be applying it all over the stain. I always like wearing lip gloss with my lip stain because it just helps hydrate my lips. This step is optional for you. You can wear the stain by itself if you want to, or you can wear lip gloss. I always wear lip gloss with the stain because I'm afraid like the stain will dry out my lips. I just wear it just to keep my lips nice and hydrated. Once I've applied the lip gloss, this makeup look is now complete. And there you have it, you guys. So that's how you do this sort of casual makeup look. Like I said, this is one of the casual looks that I only wear on my casual days, and it is not a lot of makeup because only on casual days you don't wear too much makeup. And don't worry, like I said, I will leave a list of all the products that I have used throughout this whole process and everything and down in the description box. And remember, if you all liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave all your comments and questions below, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye!